सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। प्रातः स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरतात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम्। यत्स्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तमवैति नित्यम्। तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं न च भूतसङ्गः। तपोभिक्षीणपापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्ष्योऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते। Verse number 8, page 14. Upadhane kiladhare jaganti parameshware sargasthitilayan yanti budbudhani vavarini. This world is said to have two important ingredients or causes. One is called material cause, another is called the efficient cause. For example, if this table is made of wood, for example, there have to be at least two things necessary to make this. One is the material cost called wood. The second is an efficient individual who has the knowledge of how to make a table to make that. If wood alone is there, the table would not have been. If wood is not there, a person who has the knowledge of how to make the table is there, then also it cannot come. So minimum two causes are necessary to make this happen. One is the wood, which is the material cause, and the second, which is the knowledge of how to make the table, which is the efficient cause. Now, if that is true, let us look at this stage made of wood and somebody who has the knowledge of how to make this carpet, the chair. Leaving aside these things which are made by human beings, let us look at the mountains, trees and the plants, human bodies, sun, the moon, galaxies, stars. Now, if you apply the same thing which you applied here into this wooden table to the mountains and the trees and the plants and the space and the galaxies, there must be a material cause which The Vedanta as well as Sankhya Yoga calls that as Prakriti. Panchabhuta kritatvat, prakarshena kritatvat, prakriti iti uchyate. Pra means well. Kriti means done. Creation, kriti. Prakriti. This is procreation. It has been procreated. Meaning it has been brought into effect. And therefore the one which has made that possible, or the cause that is material in this world is 5 in number. That is space, air, fire, water and earth. If you remove all these 5 elements from any matter, it will disappear. So therefore our masters have understood this is the material cause. But if that is the material cause, everything should look the same. But everything do not look the same. Everything is unique, particular name form combination. Therefore, there must be some efficient cause which is making the distinction, or which is capable of making the combinations. They understood that to be, according to Sankhyan system, the understanding is that one which makes this individually unique possible. It's called Purusha. So therefore, in Gita, what we find in Bhagavad Gita in 13th chapter, the same thing. Purusham prakritim chaiva vidyanadi ubhau api. Understand this to be, he tells Arjuna, whole world is a combination of Purusha and Prakriti. And in that chapter he calls it as Kshetram Kshetrajna. Kshetram is Prakriti. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetram ityabhidiyate. This body, for example, here Arjuna, is kshetram. Edat yo veti tam ahuhu kshetrajna iti tatviduhu. The one who knows this, who made this possible, and who resides in this is kshetrajna. Purusha prakritisto hi bhunkte prakritijan gunan karanam gunasangosya sadasatyoni janmasu. The Purusha resides in this body and experiences the various things through this body due to association with gunas. So Purusha is the efficient cause and Prakriti is the material cause. And the Prakriti is capable of doing anything only with the hands of Purusha. Therefore, this Prakriti is called Shakyate, possible. Tasmad Shakti iti uchyate. In Sanskrit, Shakyate means possible. Jnatum Shakyate, Dhatum Shakyate, Drashtum Shakyate, meaning possible to see. Shakyate, Shakti. And the one who is making it happen is Purusha. Other way around we look at it. Purusha is not capable of anything without the help of this Prakriti, for there is no means for him to express. Otherwise he will be just present only. His expression will not be there. So combination of this Kshetraknyo, this together alone, this entire Prakriti, entire world, all. In the Western psychology or Western philosophies, for example, it will be known as spirit and matter. Now, if this is understood, each one of them, each one of us, each one of the things are a combination of Purusha and Prakriti. Even the mute thing. Mute thing also must have the efficient cause, otherwise this would not be made. This is a perception of the masters. Together, these two, when it is entire the world is seen in that way, entire world is seen as the combination of these two, that one is known as, that power is known as, which is a combination of both Purusha and Prakriti, is called Ishwara. Why? Because the masters have understood that Prakriti matter cannot independently exist without the presence of this power called Purusha. And Purusha, as I said, cannot express without the Prakriti. Now, where does the matter come from? That's the next question they have asked. Who created the matter? How did the first matter come into existence? So in the Semitic religions, it is said the world was nothing but the word of God. The word and the word. Let there be. The Lord said, the world came into existence. Created the world, and seventh day he took rest. That's what the idea is. No, Vedantic masters cannot just go by commandments. They just have to ask questions. Why and how and when. You know, the usual question is which came first? Egg came first or the chicken came first, right? Chicken or hen? Chicken or egg. So, one person asked me, you Vedanta students or teachers, no, I have a doubt. Answer this, then I accept you as a teacher. Tell me what it is. Which came first, egg or chicken? Answer this. And what will you answer? So I told him, whichever you order first. In the restaurant, go and order whichever you order first, it will come. So, whether the material cost, if the material cost has to be there, who created it? Like for example, this table. This table came out of wood, that we know. Wood came out of tree. Tree came out of earth. Earth came out of what? So if there is a cost for the material, that has to be another material. What is the first material from which all this thing came? That was a question raised. If there is a material, what is the cause of that material? You go on like that. So therefore the Upanishad says, Tasmatma etasmat akasha sambhutah akashat vayuhu vayoho agnihi agnehe apaha adya prathivi prathivya oshadayah oshadibhyonnam annat purushah purushonnara samayah. Tasmat va etasmat. X is that. From that, tasmat va etasmat. Akasha is come. Space. Space, from space the air. From air to water. Water to, from air to fire. Fire to water. Water to earth. Now space, for example, is a subtlemost matter. Doesn't have any dimensions. Doesn't have any beginning and an end. So therefore, the most subtle matter gave birth to the next gross, air. Air doesn't have form. Space, therefore, has one quality, sound. So therefore, the subtlemost one is the sound. That is the word which is talked about. The space is the subtlemost, which has no form, color, taste, smell, but sound is there. Why? Because in the space alone, sound travels. So the nature of space is sound. All right. When it is grossified in the next level, the next stage of development is the air, which has the quality of movement and also the quality of touch. Space doesn't move, it stays. Air moves in space, it cannot move out of space. In space, because the cause, the effect has to stay in the very presence of the cause, and it cannot go beyond the cause. So air must be the cause, caused by the space, and in space the air moves. And air's quality is not only movement but also touch. Because we know the air only when it touches us. The next level of grossification is fire. Fire moves upward, it doesn't go downwards, it doesn't go sidewards. Only upward movement. And it has the quality of form, color, light. The next stage is, of course, light and heat also. That is, touch is there. That is because it has to have the quality of the previous one. It has the touch. So it has the form, it has the quality of touch, which is the qualities of space and air, and also its own quality called light, presence, form. The next quality, the next one that is grossified is water. Water has the quality of going down. It doesn't go sideways or down only. And it has the quality of its own is the taste. And it has the earlier three qualities also. The earlier three quality being sound, touch and form. Its own unique quality is taste. The next one is earth. Earth remains only in water, as you know. So, and then the earth therefore has the unique quality of smell, and it has all the other qualities of the earlier ones. So now therefore they have understood these five have come from something which is subtler than space. Akashat sukshmataraha. It is subtler than space. Now, if it's subtler than space means it cannot have any of the five qualities, but potentially it will have all the five, not expressed. And at the same time, it is beyond any beginning. Because space itself cannot be said to be starting from here. You cannot say here is where space starts. What is there beyond that? No space. How can that be? So space has no beginning and space has no end. So they scratch their head what it could be. So it cannot be a part of space. So it cannot be said to have a beginning. Okay, space do not have time dimensions. For it has no beginning and an end, there cannot be any time dimension also. So it should be something beyond time and space. If it is beyond time and space, to know that, you have to go beyond time and space. Without that, you cannot. If you have to go beyond time and space, how do you know? Who are you? If you have to go beyond time and space, then who are you? You cannot be a created being. So they went into contemplation to find out what is that which is beyond time and space. They come to know that is one's own awareness. I know, or the awareness is the one in whom in that awareness alone the space can exist. It becomes abstract now. That's metaphysics. It becomes abstract. It cannot be a physical reality. It cannot be objective reality. It cannot be measurable reality. It cannot be relative reality. So therefore, in their seat of contemplation, meditation, they come to realize that awareness I am, prajnanam, is the one from whom the space came, from the space, the air, air to fire, fire to water, water to earth. Tasmat va etasmat. Therefore, from that alone, from that means what? X. Akasha sambodha, akashat vayu, ayu, agni, agni apaha, adya prathivi. Prathivya oshadaya. And all the various plants and other things came from the earth. Oshadi, bhyonnam, from that plant, etc., are the food. Purushaha, annara, samayaha, and individual beings are nothing but combination of all these five. Every living being. So every living being came from what? From that awareness alone. In other words, as we know, from the effect, cause alone the effect can come, and effect is nothing but cause in a different form. Therefore, each one of us are nothing but expression of awareness. When the awareness expresses both as spirit and matter, he is referred as Ishwaraha, the complete controller. Therefore, you see that word, Ishware, Parameshware, Sargastitilayan Yanti. Akila Adhare, who is the very substrat, support of everything, without whom both Purusha and Prakriti will collapse. So he himself is appearing as Purusha and Prakriti. When he doesn't appear as Purusha and Prakriti, he is Brahman. When he appears as Purusha and Prakriti, he is Ishwar. What do you call it as? God in religion. When religious principles call it as God, they are referring to expressed form of Brahman. He can be in any form, every form, uniform. But that is understood only by the Hindu masters, because God is the expressed form of Brahman, the absolute. But the concept of Brahman is not there in any other philosophy. They only go up to God and then forget about it. Worship God, pray to God, admire God, confess to Him, all those things are fine. But our masters did not stop there. Who is God? Who is He or she? Whatever. There's no sex there. Who is that? That's why Brahman is neutral, not male or female. God. In Tamil, this God is referred as Kade Ul, the ultimate. How many of you know Tamil? Only one or two. Okay. Kade Ul. And peculiar thing is there are enough people, they say Kade Ul Illai, meaning there is nothing inside you. Good, we know it. By looking at you, we know that there is nothing inside you. Go out. Deep within. Kade means deep. Ul means within. Deep within, or each one of us, is His presence. Now, therefore, this God is Guda. Guda means hidden. Guda, not good, that Gujaratis put good, not that one. Good means deep within. So, deep within you is the presence of awareness. That awareness expressed in the form of Purusha and Prakriti, spirit and matter, is Ishvara. So therefore, Ishvare Jaganti, presence, present, Akhiladare Ishvare, Upadane Akhiladare. So Upadana, the cause, material cause of all things, which is support of everything, is where the Sarga Sthitilayan Yanti. Jaganti, all the galaxies, worlds, they are born, they exist, they die. Just like in the wood alone, this is born. In the wood alone it stays. Into the wood alone it will remain. It will finally go. When you take into different parts, it's just nothing but wood. When put into various combination, it is one place it is table, another place it is a chair, another place it is a door. We can take one portion of it and use it as a door. But when you put it with other parts, it becomes a table. The same thing with another combination can be a chair. So chair, table, window, etc. are combinations of one thing. What? Wood. So therefore, any various forms can go back to only wood. And wood finally is nothing but a tree. And you burn the tree, it goes back to ashes to the earth. So that is where it came from. And earth, finally it is grossified matter of water. Water finally exhausts itself in fire. Fire disappears in air, because without air, fire cannot be. And air remains in space. So where everything will go by finally? Space. And space disappears in the mind of Lord. That's why it's called Akasha. So that's why if you go to Chidambaram, there's a place in Tamil Nadu, the Lord is worshipped as space. You go there, you look for something, nothing will be there. Where is the Lord? Here. Where? Here. Where? Here. You look for something, nothing will be there. Chid Ambaram. Space of consciousness. The consciousness is in the form of, space itself is the expression of consciousness. That's all it is. There's nothing, nothing worship, nothing to worship. This is taken up by the Islamic people, and then they look around here and there and say space. There's no form. Anyway, so therefore, this Ishvara is, because I am clarifying this to you, because if you understand this, it's very easy to proceed further. Otherwise, you'll get stuck with some word called Ishvara. You do not know what it would mean. Gurudev also writes the explanation on that. Now, this consciousness or awareness exists. It exists not in the period of time, but it has presence. Presence not limited by time. Presence not limited by any other support. And that presence, which is not limited by time or an object, is referred as Sat. Sat is existence without support. Sat is existence without time. Sat is existence without objects. So, I exist when you say, you refer to this body. I exist. I exist here and not there. So, that existence is qualified existence. Without this body, you cannot refer to yourself as this. So, I exist when you say, you are essentially referring to your body existence. Bodily existence. And therefore, when the bodily existence is gone, you cannot experience the existence. Unfortunately, that is how we refer. Therefore, when the bodily existence is gone, in Tamil they say, Sat Poch. Sat is, existence is gone. Now the question is, how can existence disappear? Into what? But when we have to say existence, we refer to only the bodily existence. But pure existence, that's why the word pure existence is used. Pure existence is existence without cause, object, or time. And this existence I know. It's not a mute existence like an object. I know, as I explained. So, existence with awareness, it's called Sat and Chit. So, this existence is awareful existence, conscious existence, not an unconscious, inert, material existence. So, this Atman, which is none other than the individual experience of existence and consciousness, when referred as the existence of all, it is referred as Brahman, Brihatvat, Brahman. And Atman, it is Atman. And to woman also. It's called Atman. And when it is referred as whole, like I am an individual. But when a part of a whole community, then it's referred as community. What is the community? The same one which is referred as many. So the existence which is awareness, which is referred as Atman, as an individual level, itself is Brahman when it comes to everything. Therefore, in the next verse, in verse number 9, Satchidatmanyanusyute Nityo Nitye Vishnu Prakalpitaha Vyaktayo Bibita Sarvaha Hatake Katakadivat. In this awareness and existence and awareness, such chit. What is that? Atman, the self, which is pure existence and pure awareness, which is anusyute nitye, which is all pervading. In Sanskrit, syu is to go through. That's why in English it is sewing. Here they call it a sewing. Isn't it? In English it is SEW. What is sewing? You go through this. Isn't it? That's called sewing. That is to pervade. Anusyute Satchidatmani Nitye, which is always there. So Nitye Satchidatmani Nusyute, which is also referred as Vishnu. Because the very word Vishnu comes from the root Vyapakatvat Vishnu. Vyapakatvat means that which is Sarvavyapi. Sarvavyapi, all pervading. Vishnu Prakalpitaha is being imagined. Vyaktayaha Vividaha Sarvaha. Vivida means variety. Sarvaha, all these varieties which are Vyaktayaha manifestations are all Prakalpitaha, are imagined. So the mountain, river, sun, moon, stars, plants, animals, these are all nothing but this one expression only. But they are seen as variety. One is different from another. Mountain is not the water, water is not the sun is not the moon, moon is not the star is not the galaxies is not the plant is different from animal is different from bird. All these are called Vivida Sarvaha, variety, plurality is being Prakalpita, it's imagined. Because the material cause, all of them is same. Right? Panchabhutas. And the efficient cause for all of them is the same. Purusha and Prakriti, combinations only, all these. So they are looking different from each other, name and form. Like what? Hatake, Kataka, Divat. Just like various bracelets and various ornaments, Kataka Adi. Hatake, Kataka, Divat. So various bracelets, armlets, chiclets, all those things are there. Why are you laughing? What you wear in the arm is called armlet. Bracelets is what? That is also worn in the arm only. Okay. Oh, here, that is bracelet. This is armlet. This is not armlet, armlet. This is bracelet. When you are in the chick, it's called chicklet. Big difference. So all these things are what? Nothing but gold in different forms. In one form it is called armlet, another form is called bracelet, another form is called necklace. But the gold only. When it is big, you wear it in the neck. Well, very big, you wear it in the, what do you call, as a bangle. Sometimes they wear here also. It's interchangeable sometimes. So armlet, bracelet, all those things, nothing but gold. In the same way, these one thing called Satchit Atman is itself is appearing as both material and efficient cause, and varieties of forms are there. So all that you see are nothing but expression of one itself in many, many forms. That's why in the Upanishad it says, Isha Vasyam Idagam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat. That Ishvara alone is spread everywhere. Tena Tyaktena Bunjitaha Magradakasya Siddhanam. With that understanding, rise above these names and forms. Tena Tyaktena Tyagena Bunjitaha. Enjoy this world knowing that one presence everywhere. Kasya Siddhanam. Do not covet anybody's wealth. Everything is one only. So therefore, Vyaktayaha Vividaha Sarvaha, various varieties of manifestations. This is the vision of the great masters. Seeing that oneness, unity in diversity. And seeing that unity, one does not have any hatred, nor doesn't have any idea of possessing anything. That is called freedom, where there is no raga and dvesh. There is no ownership, there is no hatred about anything. Everything is the same. And that is the nature of the enlightenment. Now, to make it a little more clarified, clear, from Akasha I start. Yatha Akasho Rishikeshaha Nanopadigato Vibhuhu Tadbhedat Bhinnavad Bhati Tannashe Kevalo Bhavet. Yatha, just as, Akashe, in space, Rishikeshaha. Rishikesha is the name of the Lord. One meaning is Rishi Keshaha. You can divide that in two ways. Rishi plus Keshaha, which literally means curly hair, the name of Krishna. But that is not the meaning here. Rishika Ishaha, which means Lord of all senses. So here, Rishika Ishaha, Rishikeshe, but in English they write Rishikesh, where the Rishis, R-I-S-H-I, actually it is H-R-A-K-E-S-H, Rishikesh, like Haridwar, They write Hardwar now, H-A-R-D-W-A-R. It's a hard war. You know what happened during the British time? There was a fight between Shaivites and Vaishnavites. They always have a fight anyway. Because one put like this, another put like this. So there is always a cross between them. And together they become cross anyway. So they asked, this place, the Shaivites says, this should be called Haradwar, because it's the Dwar, entry to Hara, Shiva, because it leads you to Kedar. This Vaishnava said, what do you mean by that? This is called Haridwar. Why? It leads you to Badrinath. So they had a fight, whether it is a Hardwar or Haridwar. Went on fighting. Finally, the court decides there's no point in fighting like this. Because nobody can prove both, it goes both sides. So they said, Hardwar. It goes everywhere. Sabke liye dwar hai. हर का द्वार है. हर का means सबका. It became hardware afterwards. H-A-R-D, hardware. Same thing happened in Tirupati also. Vaishnavas have two this thing, They further split into two. There are many. Some people put U. Some people put only one. So they had a fight. Whether the temple elephant should have U or one. What do you do? Whether it should be put U, Vadakale, Tenkale, whatever, I don't know, remember then. U should be put or only one line should be put. The elephant is least interested in such fights. So they don't care, whatever you put. But the human beings have problem. So they went to the court again. So the court decided. First 3 days, U. Next 3 days, straight line. 1 day, nothing. Sunday, nothing you put on him. So even. 3 days U, 3 days U. So the question is, which one is first? It's useless, this religion when it comes, people become so fanatic. I want to talk of them. So, Rishikeshaha, Yatakashe Rishikeshaha. This Lord of senses, Vibhuhu, Vyapakatva, it's all pervading one, Nana Upadi Gataha. Nana, variety of, Upadi. Upadi means various limited adjuncts. Upadi Gataha. So, that Lord all pervading when associated with various limited things, limited material things, Tad Bhaved Binnavat. Bhaved means becomes, Binnavat, different. Bhaved. It becomes variety of things. Tan Nashe, Upadi Nashe, when the various Upadis are destroyed, various adjuncts are destroyed, Kevalo Bhaved. It becomes one only. Just like the example earlier, the gold appears to be ring and then bracelet, armlet and then necklace and various other things. When you melt them, what happens? The forms are gone. One gold only will come. So the variety which we see as distinct from one another is nothing but appearances associated with a form which has a name. So name and form makes the variety. Reality is one when names and forms are removed. Tan nashe, when destroyed names and forms, kevala bhaved. One alone. So that absolute reality itself is appearing as various names and forms. Giving reality names and forms, it creates a relative reality. When the names and forms are removed, what remains is only one. So world is nothing but names and forms. Actually another word, forms and names. Various forms given names. Name comes only after distinction of forms. If there is a small child in your home, that is just very young, and the child is lying down, there is a fan around, you just see. So mother wanting to very eager to teach him, fan. That fellow looks at it. And he repeats exactly, looks at the mother's mouth. Fan. Oh, mother is so happy. See, my child is talking. Fan. And she takes the child to some cousin's house. Hey, tell, what is that? Fan. Wow. See, my child is talking. Wow, very good. And there is a standing fan also. What is that? The mother thought he is intelligent. He doesn't know. Even though that is also fan, he does not know. Why? Because it has to be above. It's not above. And that is swinging. This is not. So it's simple intelligence. He doesn't say, tell. He cannot. Because in him, mind, the form is fixed. There's a photography memory there. It has to be above and it has to be swinging. You try it out in a small child. You put the fan on and then say fan, fan, fan. After that, you switch it up and ask him, he'll get confused. He's not moving. So then when you show to another standing fan, he will get confused. Why? Because it's not the same. So name goes by the form. In our mental registry in the brain, it registers only with respect to the form. You change the form, you will not understand. So, but later on as he grows up, he will understand the same one which is above is now put here. So, therefore, forms create the connection to the names. Is that clear? When the form is not there, name will disappear. But on the other hand, when you tell a name of a thing, what comes to your mind first is the form. So when I tell a name, Prakash. Now, without context, when you tell a name Prakash, first thing that will come in your mind is the name of a person whom you know as Prakash. That will only Prakash in your head. But Prakash means a light. But that is not what you think now. Why? Because your association with that word to begin with, because even before knowing the meaning of that word in Sanskrit, you have associated that letter or that sound, Prakash, only with a person. That person's form alone will appear in your head. You understand? So name is referring to a form. And a form has a name. So this is the connection between name and form. So the names and forms create the variety of experiences in us. You go to a Bengali shop, the same curd or milk is itself given to you as ras malai, rasgulla, ras that, ras this, cham cham, bum bum, and all those things are nothing but milk and sugar, nothing else. Why do varieties of forms? You like it that way. Varieties of vegetables and preparations, and nothing but various combinations. What is basically there? Oil, vegetable, spice or masala. That's all, varieties. So, therefore, whatever you rotli you call chapati, you call paratha, you call nothing but the same thing combined. Thin, it is rotli. Big, it becomes roti. Thinner, it becomes rotli. So names and forms are, according to the form, the name, but the reality is the same. So when the upadhi is removed, what remains is the one presence, that tannashe sati kevalopabhet. It's one alone. So it is to make our mind clear that the upadhis are various limited adjuncts. The word upadhi comes, right? Let me clarify this point. Upadhi means it has a specific quality. What is it? In Sanskrit it is explained as upe samipe stitva swiyam rupam anyatra adadhadi iti upadhi. Every word in Sanskrit is defined. It's not just I want to say like this, let me call. No, like that, not like that. You have to define why the word is like that. There are two, anyway, the upadhi, let us take that word. Upa means near, samipa. You know upasana. Upasana means staying near. Asan, to sit. Upa, near. Upa, so upadhi means upa samipe stitva, staying. Swiyam rupam, one's own quality, anyatra, to other, adadhadi, gives. This is called upadhi. The nature of upadhi is what? Whatever is near, it gives its nature. It will come next words in that. Now, in my personality, I am influenced by, my mind is influenced by the qualities of my body. Is it not? The body is hot, I feel hot. Meaning because of the external atmosphere and weather conditions. So therefore, body's conditions will influence the mind. The mind or emotion or feelings will influence my thinking. So therefore, for the intellect, mind is an upadhi. For the mind, the body is an upadhi. For the body, the sense organs are upadhis. In Gita also will explain, we'll see in the evening. So a thing is qualities influencing the other. And that one is called, the one which influences the other through its quality is called upadhi. So when Paramatma is the same but appears to be different because of association with upadhis. In the bird he flies, but in lion he doesn't. In a lion he roars, whereas in a sheep it doesn't. It what called bleats. So the influence of the upadhi, you see. In a bird he flies and in the man he walks, or in the human being he walks. So walking is possible because of the upadhi of that particular upadhi, combination of matter, and in another combination of matter he is able to fly. What is the influence? Influence of the upadhi, the condition of that matter. Therefore here in the next verse he says, Nanopadi vashad eva jadi varna shramadayah Atmanyaropitastoye Rasavarnadi bedhavat Nana upadhi, various conditioning, vashat, due to the control of, or due to the fact that it is associated with various conditioning. Therefore, there is jati, varna, ashrama, etc. So, manushya jati, the race of human beings. Mruga jati, meaning race of all the animals. Pakshi jati, all the race of birds. Stavara jati, that is all the race of plants. Why jati means a particular race. So, therefore, the manushya jati has particular qualities different from mruga jati. Sometimes interchanging, it's different. Many people ask this question. Swamiji, human population is increasing. Everywhere human population. Which obviously means animal population is reducing. We know all the endangered animals. Why it is so? So I tell them, see, when you go on cutting the forest, where do the animals stay? No place. Wild animals. They need the wilderness. Otherwise they cannot, wilderness. They cannot stay. So they come as your children. Just look at them. If not, grandchildren, you say how wild they are. They are all nothing but the lions and tigers which cannot stay anywhere. No, they cannot be born as tigers and animals because there is no place to stay. They become your grandchildren. Yeah, hit them, kill them. That's what they play. They are supposed to do it in the forest. They cannot. So animals, jati. That's that whole race, mruga jati. So all these various jatis and jati varna, meaning caste, capable of thinking in a particular way. So jati, ashrama, stages of life, varna, beda. So all these various caste, color, and the race, etc. Caste, color, and position. They are all upadivashat, association with matter conditioning alone. So the matter conditioning determines what way you think. As I said yesterday, if a person is born to a carpenter, he can think only in that condition. If he is born of scavenger, that person will think only in that way. Brahmana, then he will be thinking, and Kshatriya will think in that way, because of the influence of the association. Just like the story goes, like one cub got moved away from the mother tiger, and it was growing up along with the sheep, and it does not know how to even roar. It is only a lion cub. So it does not know how to roar. So it was only bleating like the other sheep. Until one day, one huge lion discovered that this cub is dancing and running and bleating like a lamb or sheep. It got really wild on it. One day it started chasing all the sheep, and all of them disappeared, and it got hold of this cub. And it was so terribly terrified, very afraid, because from the very early stage that was taught that this is enemy, this is this is a killer, this is violent, etc. So it was really afraid. So that fellow took him by the neck and brought him to a well, and then asked, now look at the water. He looked at, what is this? You and me are the same. You are not a sheep. You are a tiger, you are a lion potentially. You are bleating like the lamb. Roar like that. Oh! That would have, nothing. Go on. So therefore, finally it was, because its nature is there. But association makes it like. So in the same way, upadivashat, due to association, jadi, varna, ashrama, vedas. Why it is so? Atmani aropitaha sarve. It is all superimposed upon the self. Really, Paramatma, the self, does not have any qualities of the adjuncts, conditions. It is not limited like the body. It is not to feel or have emotions like that of the mind. It does not have the process of thinking. It is just pure awareness. Thinking only when associated with the intellect, feeling associated with the mind, and all sensory experiences associated with the body. So therefore, just like example is toye rasa varnadi bedavat. Just like water does not have a taste. But when associated with the salt, it becomes salty. It becomes sugar, it becomes Gujarati dal. So it's that way. So it is associated with a particular thing. It changes its quality. So when associated with the water associated with the salt in one way, sugar in one way, and various other things. Rasa, varna, adi. And also you put the water in a blue cup, it appears blue. In a red container, it becomes red. Is it red? So water does not have any color. Water does not have any particular taste. Rasa and varna is not there. But associated with something else, it has that rasa and varna. Color, taste and color. In the same way, Atman, the pure self, pure existence awareness, does not have any qualities of the upadhis unless it is associated with that. So this Purusha is immaculate presence. But when associated with Prakriti, it becomes the variety. So this is the idea which Atma Bodha gives. If you go on understanding, the whole Vedanta is contained in this. because he goes very systematic. The Upanishads do not talk in this way, step by step understanding. That is why we need masters like Shankaracharya who will explain everything in detail, so that when you go back to read the Upanishads, you will have no ambiguity in thinking. You will know exactly why a thing is said in the way it is said, because the fundamental understanding becomes clear. Just like when you teach mathematics, when the basics when you know, then when you go to the advanced one, you will easily understand, okay, this is how it is. People go, no, I want to read Upanishads. Read Upanishads. Nothing you will understand. Why? The basic funda is also there, mental is also there. It's fundamentally wrong. So, what will you understand? I have a pride. I am reading Upanishad. Ashtavakra Gita I am reading. You look like Ashtavakra only because you basically don't understand. Start from the basics. That's why when we teach, we start with Tattva Bodha and Atma Bodha, and you go stage by stage by stage, then you will know the higher ones. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkhabad Bhaved. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.